I'm going to do something a bit extraordinary today, people. Something a bit extraordinary today. I am going to do a CSEC Maths SBA. If at the end we finish early, I would be opening up my messages on the Discord channel, and I will be looking at your SBAs and giving you some feedback. You see this book here? This is the SBA Bank. Inside this book, there are 20 SBA samples. If you want to get this book, you just WhatsApp the number and I'll type it in the chat and I'll pin it to the screen, so those of y'all who are watching after the live, y'all could still get in, right? So how is pin this by show? Yeah, see that number there, 1-868-784-0619. WhatsApp that number. It costs 200 TT. You can pay online, you can pay credit card. You could walk into a bank and pay to the bank, and you will get this shiny new book delivered, packaged up nice. This is the plug. Every single person who buy this book coming back and telling me is the best thing ever, because it's basically like it have 20. I write this book like I was a student, and I know how these students can be. You're procrastinating, and boom, you get a sample SB, and you're able to work through by watching what's supposed to happen with that SB. You're able to work through and devise your own SB. Yes, this has 20 of those, of some of the most popular SBs. And let me tell you, when SBAs came out, I was one of the first person doing the SBAs, and students from all over the Caribbean sent me their SBAs, and we compared SBAs that was getting 20 out of 20 out of 20 out of 20, and we devised the best SBAs that's teachers in the Caribbean like. So this is that book, right? So organize yourself. All right, so we're gonna do our SBA live here. Let me just present my screen, share screen. So you're seeing the whole of Microsoft Word there. That's great. So I'm using Microsoft Word, and let's begin. The first thing we're gonna put is the title. And I'm gonna make this a cumulative frequency SBA. I really know my title too good. We do a cost analysis of the cost of students' laptop, right? So this title wouldn't get you the marks. I'm gonna show you something real quick. I'll just state me real quick. This is going to really help you. CSEC, this one, boy. So I bring it in the screen here, but you're not seeing nothing in that screen. Or they don't play yourself, get the book, I know I say. Yeah, you see this is the syllabus. This is the new syllabus that came on 2018. And if I click, they didn't make this one clickable. If I go to 43, there's a little more than 43 probably. You see the guidelines where SBA, the project title, you get 1 mark. And it needs to be clear, it needs to be concise, and it needs to be a real world problem. You can't make up your SBA, right? I'm gonna make up a SBA because I just showing you all a demonstration, but it needs to be real data you all get in here. The introduction, objectives need to be clearly stated. Comprehensive description, if it's limited, you lose a mark, so you only get 1 of the 2 marks. Detailed content. So let's try and get through this first part and collect remarks. This right now, not getting remarks. Cost analysis of the cost, a cost analysis of laptops used, right? For laptops used by from 5 students in my school for online classes. And I feel like I could put something else in this to make it really using a cumulative frequency. This holding down a 1 mark day. I know some people probably on the other end just typing at me. Hopefully, yeah. Introduction. So I have nothing. I'm doing this from scratch. Introduction. So in your introduction, you'll see, I need to zoom in a little more. Let me zoom in a little more. So that's the title, right? Cost analysis of laptops used by students. Let me just change this font. I don't like this font. Let me change to my favorite font here. I'm going to change it on the normal, so it'll change all over. Change that font to Cambria, boys. Cambria Math and you all normally operate in 12, right? Students normally like 12 and 1.5 spacing. That look good. That way teacher accustomed seeing. Heading could be a little bigger, make that maybe about 22. Boom, that's starting to look SBA-ish there. Yeah, again with the SBA vibes there. Boy, so I'm changing this to introduction heading, and now we are on a normal. In your introduction, you need a backdrop. We just go and peep the syllabus again. Yeah, we need objectives. We can state that last. You need a description. We can come up with that first, and you need the contents page. So let me hit them the contents page. So you see how they have this here? You want to do it in the opposite order. Contents, comprehensive description, and then hit them your objectives last. That's how it looks. That's how we are accustomed doing it here in the Caribbean. So you could put your title, your table of contents right here in the introduction, or you could make some room, put table of contents, put that on a separate page for itself. Most people put it on a separate page, maybe 60-70%, but some students, some teachers want it on the same introduction under the heading because they see it in the syllabus. Anything is cool. That's up to your teacher. And you're going to pick the middle one, this one, right? So let's just get rid of this anyhow because it has two headings. So my table of contents is there, and all I need to do is keep updating this as we go along in life. Let's insert right underneath that a page break. You all staying with me? Insert page break. We here. We on page number 3. We already have 31 words. This SBA is lit. How I'm zooming in and out is I'm pressing CTRL and I'm scrolling, right? So then what we gonna do, boy? What we gonna do? The introduction. It's always be something about what inspire you, what it's about, so maybe parents are concerned about the prices for laptops. My parent, let me make it, some teachers don't like it to write my and them kind of thing. That's perfectly okay, I'm telling you that. My parents are concerned. Yeah, my parents are concerned about the prices for laptops. They want to purchase a new laptop for me to do. Want to purchase a new laptop for me to do online classes, but would like to buy something a little more than the average cost. They believe this would mean that the laptop should be able to last longer. Because of this, I decided to do my assessment. I can try going into this. I decided to do my assessment on the as a cost analysis of the prices on laptops. So I decided to do my assessment, my maths assessment, my maths school-based assessment as a cost analysis on the prices of laptops. Right. So far all we do, we hit them the title, we hit them the table of contents, and we start up our introduction. So you get a little backdrop here. School-based assessment. In this, so we started to drop down the SBA, the objectives now. In this SBA, or if it's a group here, say I will, 1, determine the average cost of laptops. The average cost of laptops for that I used in my class, in my online class. Azara, what's going on? Azara from we? When you realize that the SBA due tomorrow and you're trying to you're fast running. So anybody here from last year or before know about doing SBA and want to determine the average cost of laptops that I used in my online class? The IQR. What is IQR? Interquartile range. Interquartile range Determine median value more than, I wouldn't put the average cost, a little more than the cost most people buy at. That's important. Determine the interquartile range. So I then have some nice objectives here. Already have a little back job that describing what's happening. I could come back to fatten this introduction now. This introduction in danger of getting full marks already. It's starting to look good. Does the table of contents and the introduction have to be on the same page? Not necessary, it could be. So we can swing back. So what I like to do is like leave this and have a kind of idea. Like we call this YouTube SBA. You know, this is what just happened there. I press save. Like every time I finish a page, I just press Ctrl+S. It's automatic. After years, back in 2007, maybe 2004, I think I stopped. I've never lost a file. I always save it Ctrl+S automatic. I get burn enough. So insert a page break, and what comes next? Method of data collection. We'll swing back for the introduction. So you see how we're going to collect data. So your method of data collection, you want to state a couple of things. They hit my heading here and go. So far, this is how we're looking. I zoom out. I can update the table again. And just like that, I reach further than half while originally SBA. And how long we here? 14 minutes. Right? You just say this might end up as one of these viewers SBA. Adim, Azara, that's you? Yes. Oh my gosh, Azara say, I'm Adim's sister, the annoying boy from your class. Nah, Adim not annoying. Adim just has a lot of presence. But Adim brilliant. Alright, so title, introduction, method of data collection. Introduction, method of data collection. What we're gonna do the method of data collection. Let me take a little peep for some guidance. Clearly describe, appropriate, and without flaws. Without flaws. If you have a flaw, your teacher have grounds to eradicate some marks, right? So let's go and see if you can get something that's clearly described, appropriate, and without flaws. So you need to describe, not state how how you're gonna collect your data. So because of the COVID is a capital Z, COVID-19 restrictions. You see, anytime you say that word, YouTube is pick it up and flag your video. You know, I probably should not say that word. YouTube, I'm sorry. Because of the COVID-19 restrictions. Because of that restrictions, I is a single SBA, right? I alone do this. In my SBA. I decided to use Google Forms to collect the raw data needed for this SBA. Data was collected anonymously, and each person was asked to state the cost of the. Now, if it's like one question, you could put it here, you know. If it's like one question, you can put it here. And next thing we do is I'm going to justify the normal. So let me justify the normal. Justify is this thing here. Is make all the paragraph kind of fit on both sides. You see, it's looking more sweetly now. Sweetness, right? So data, and each person was asked the state. So just was asked to state the cost of to select anonymously, and each person was asked to select the cost of their laptop. Now I'm stopping here and I'm thinking two things. We could ask them the cost of their laptop, like on the right in the number, or we could ask them to pick a range now. So you could be like 0 to 500. Hopefully nobody laptop costs that amount. 500 to 1,000, nobody there. Are we talking TT dollars? 1,000 to 150, and so on that way. I feel like that is the best. That is the best bet. That is the best bet. If you do it, because we're doing a cumulative frequency, right? If you do it with like all the raw thing, you will eventually have to put it in a group thing. So just for time's sake, we're going and if you have fatter SBA could probably collect all the data around, just let them write in there, type in their cost. But the question we devised, and I could even show you like a Google form where we do the question, because we do not complete SBA here now, man. Google form, go to Google Forms, blank, right. All you see in the form there, YouTube, SBA data. Please fill in the following correctly. Love and blessings. What is the cost of the iPad you use in online school? Now, to make this SBA even better, I would probably include, does your laptop work properly, or rate do how you find your laptop working. So like you can do a parallel SBA where you're finding the sweet spot. But that is more pain. I feel you can still get 18, 19, 20 with this SBA that we're doing here. What is the cost of the iPad you're using online? So we would get them. Multiple choice, maybe 0. Let's see how this looking. 0 to 500. How much you will get by? 10 spots. If we go now, so let me go in thousands, just to make the SBA a little faster now. 1 to 1,000, 1,001 to 2,000. You understand? 2,001 to 3,000. I'm going to send a ladies. Get ready. I'm going to send a ladies. Shit. I'll answer honestly. 4,000. 4,001. I might use all the results. All right, if you have a laptop over 10,000 TT and you're using that for online classes, you trick your parents, you trick them, you tell them you needed high specs, or you're probably balling, you're probably having the paper. That's like the laptops in the student hub. We use high-end laptops to teach here, but because we're streaming. But if you just thinking you're supposed to be around this bracket range here, right? So that's supposed to be you there. Well, we not good, not real good. So this is required. I take this so that they have to do it. And right. So I'm just gonna show you an example. I'm not gonna use the responses that these soldiers and them on this YouTube channel here give me, but I posted it on YouTube and Facebook. I posted it right. Anybody on Facebook? I see 3 likes from Facebook. Anybody live on Facebook? And I see the Facebook comments. So I'm gonna post the form here. Boom. All you like all yourself. It's in the comments. Click that link. I don't know if I can click the link. I have to open it. It's still closed. Oh, I look. Preferences, settings. We don't want to restrict it. So, and I'll collect emails. So just to make sure. Actually, I don't need to collect emails because I don't have anything bad in it. So save. Yeah. Go through now. I don't need no more permission. Let me know if I get through the boom, response immediate. So, and this thing getting your little graphs and thing, questions, individual. So right, you get your response, and just like that, you send it in your group and you beg your friends them, if hopefully you have friends, and you tell them, oh God, give me some readings then, brother. Sis thing. Look, we have 7, 8 responses popping up here now. And this giving me the individual responses, like 12 responses. I could go through all of them, and people paying the price of their laptops. 17 responses. Look, we're starting to see a pattern occurring already. I'll keep it coming, keep them responses coming. Keep the answer truthfully. Please fill in the following correctly. What is the cost of? Did I put iPad? Earlier. Oops. I wanted to put laptop. Hopefully I did right in laptop, right? So laptop, right? Anyhow, if they didn't write laptop smalls, I mean, most people is a laptop you're using for online anyhow. So you get 28 beautiful responses there. Them autographs real good, yeah. So could copy a chart and put that directly in. But I don't like this graph. We're gonna do our own things out here. So when you're done, you could click here on your series, your responses. We could even click out here and label this response beautiful people. Beautiful people. Everywhere we go, all we see is beautiful people. Caribbean people. So you see the responses here. So you could go and collate your responses and that kind of thing, and it will keep updating. 52 wonderful responses. Wow, you even have 52 people here. And by far, who is by far? Wow, a lot of people clicking that expensive $9,000 thing. So let me pretend we did this and people answered, their own thing. And the next thing I want is presentation of data. I can swing back to touch up the method of data collection of data. Presentation of data, heading. And the first thing I want is table of results. That's something good. In fact, I will show you another way to write the Acrobat inside here now. Look at that. Anyhow, so insert table, and how are we doing this? We give them a frequency table first, then you can get them a cumulative frequency table. So you put class interval of prices. You understand how I come in with here now? And then we have the prices that from the Google form. 77 responses. You don't even have 77 people here. So we had imagine a man copying 1 to 1,000. That is real. Is that lazy? Is what I'm doing here laziness? Or is this even faster? I feel it's taking longer. So what to do when you reach this case, when you reach down here and you're seeing like you're running out of table there? My teacher say you should do these things in, as what somebody's saying right now. My teacher say do your tables and thing in Excel, or you could do it in Excel too. But if you reach the end and you're doing it here, you have an option to just add on some more rows underneath. What are we going to add on the rows? So what text format are you using? I'm using Cambria Math 12, 1.5 spacing. Again, I have some problem with some substitution method. Right, it have real people asking me different questions and different topics in maths every day on my Instagram, but it's only so much I can help with. Search Kerwin Springer substitution on YouTube and it will get a real nice video to help you out. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna lengthen this table. So I'm gonna click here and insert below. I don't know how much we need again. 6001 7,000. This is one thing I know to do. It's counting. I know how to count. Bang, bang, 8,001, 9,000. That would be funny if I just make a mistake here. 9,001, 10K. When is the next Physics Lives? Physics Lives coming. Keep in mind, I have online classes that, like, I have a physics class tomorrow. My physics class is on Tuesdays. And you can feel free to reach out. Somebody type the number. The number. Feel free to register by taking that number. So let me say this was the frequency that we got. Let me say there was, for some strange reason, 2 people here. And let me say there were only 4 people with really expensive laptops. And maybe we had 8 here. Maybe we had 7 here. And then we had 8 here too. And then maybe we get like about 15 here. And then I don't know how big this Form 5 class is. Then we get 20 here. Then we get 20. Let's say we had to keep it increase. 15. Let's say we get maybe 30 here and 30 here. Let's make both of them 30. Then it drop back down to 20. And then 10. I think it's about 12 and 9. Okay, so that's something good. Make this more, make this around 40. Right. So that looking reasonably. So y'all, I just make up data. Don't do this. We have class intervals and we have the frequency. And now I'm going to show you how to just put the title of this really nice in UE. If there's a UE student here, by chance, this will come in really handy. So you go on references and then you click insert caption, table 1. You see it's already there for you, and you put Table 1 is frequency table of prices of laptops, and boom, it appears on top there. And not only that, you could they do what is for CX here. They don't really care about this. You can pay it if you're feeling extra and thing, but you can now include, you can insert a table of figures. And now you have a table of figures here, and it will show you where that table is, and that's come in handy for like UE and thing. What time your online classes start and end various times for different topics. Just message the number, message this number, or you could go on the Student Hub Instagram and check out stuff there. Let me go back to the SBA. I feel to update this. This need a little touch up. Boom, no, nothing. So presentation of data, we have a little table. My SBA done starting to go further and further away from certain people. SBA is here, and then we'll do a cumulative frequency table. We'll do two tables. So table 2 kind of redundant, but I just, it's just for training purposes. We will do a cumulative frequency table here. Insert an additional to the right, and then one more to the right. Let's put this frequency in the middle. I'm pressing CTRL X, and I'm going to press CTRL V here, so it goes there. And then CTRL X is like cut. Here's the number, guys, to register the classes. And then I am going to do upper class boundary. Anybody know what the upper class boundary means? Well, that's what we really use. Oh gosh, this justify don't look good in table, so get away from that. Boom. Upper class boundary. The 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 upper class boundary is not the upper class limit. It's the upper class boundary. It's like the end of the edge. Anybody want to tell me what the upper class boundary is here? So it's like 1,000.5, or you cannot be falling asleep and getting tired here. I actually do the SBA. I do the SBA, and I don't have to do any SBAs. So I can't be out there doing that SBA for free, and all you had the grinding of the step and watch if all you need this. So make sure you're focused, stay energetic, stay inspired. So this is the upper class boundary for each one. In case you don't know, the upper class boundary is the furthest acceptable value this could take. Well, the lowest acceptable value this can take. So it's like the boundary, anything that hit this and above will be in this class. Right here, we're going to squeeze in the cumulative frequency. That's the good part. Cumulative frequency. So the cumulative frequency means you take this, put that there, 2, and you add that 10. Why isn't it that if you understand what's happening here? So 2 and 0 is 2, 2 and 8 is 10, 10 and 15 is 25, 25 and that is 65. You all understand what's going on here? 95. Then we're going to 105. Nope. We're going to 115, bro. And then we're going to how much is this now? 127. And then we're going into, let's throw a 9 here. Look at people in Form 5. How much people in this Form 5, right? Let me say it's 140 divided by 5 classes, 20 a class. Yeah, that could work. That could work. That could work. Add on 9 to this, we on 136. Add on 8 to this, we on 144. And then I want to make it a nice solid 150. Or maybe I can make it a nice solid 100. A solid 100 something real inviting. You know? A live revision session days before the maths paper 2. Bro, this. Are you new around here? This is guaranteed. This is guaranteed. I will be live before the maths exam many times. 148. And because we want to make it at 150, let me do some cheating out here. Not advised, not advised. Let's make this, let's boost this up by 1. And let's boost this one up by 1 as well. So this will actually take a boost to 16. This will take a boost to 128. This will go to 8. This will go to 6. And this will go to 150. Oh, how smart I am. Okay. So we need to give this, anytime you make a table, chart, anything, you need to give them down a title. References into caption, table 2, cumulative frequency of prices on laptop. All right, I started to realize that I really missing out a little extra in this, in that I want to go into the analysis of data already, but I wanted to hit them a little chart here. So something you can do is add in like maybe brands of the laptop or the core different costs of different brands. Something here to give you a nice little pie chart and bar graph to make the thing look good now, right? But let me go into analysis of data. We can swing back and show you some more stuff. Analysis of data is where you analyze the data that was presented here. We could do a pie chart with this, but the pie chart will just help to see maybe which price range is the biggest, but it's not really doing much, you understand? People like to throw down pie chart and bar graph, and it's not really stating much. It's not really helping it. You need to use the pie chart for a reason, use the bar graph for a reason. So that's why I like the cumulative frequency curve. You could just get a real source from that. So let's determining the upper class boundary. I'll show how we determine the upper class. This kind of sus because I determine the upper class boundary before I get the cumulative frequency, before I do it in the chart here. But okay, the upper class boundary is determined by adding the lower class limit and upper class limit. Hey Kyle, boy. Kyle is a student from S.E.A, one of my best. Standard 4 from S.E.A class. By adding the upper class limit and the lower class limit of 2 consecutive. Well, I teach maths, I never say as the boss in English. Consecutive class intervals, and then divided by 2. For example, upper class boundary of the first, so the first class interval is all time equal to, bring up an equation, is equal to UCB is equal to, so you understand how I'm putting in them fractions and thing here now. 1000 plus 1001 divided by 2, and I'll just go to the next line and give them an alternate equal sign is bring up equation one time, or you could click insert equation as be there. Upper class boundary is equal to 1000.5. Let's parallel spaces here just for kicks to make that line up a little better. Boom. So for example, upper class boundary should have a little dash thing there. Upper class limit, fine, we could deal with that. First class, blah blah blah. Next lower class there is one little colon there, bro. The upper class boundary is this, and this is dollars. So let's not slip up and lose a mark like that. That is in dollars. So we did the title, we did the table of contents. I'm just going to increase the size of this to about 20 to match with this. Now when I update, I hope they don't change the size of that. All right, good. I'll update the table of contents again to get the analysis of data. SBA is due this month in most schools. Let me just stop and tell everybody who here, I have a SBA Bank book. The SBA Bank is aptly named because in this book is a bank of SBAs. There are 20. I don't know if you can see it. You can go on my Instagram and you'll see some more information about it. Yeah. And you can buy this book for 200 TT. And it's very easy to purchase and get it delivered to your home. Like you could purchase this tomorrow and get this the following day. If you're in Trinidad, you could put, and it's 200 TT, you just WhatsApp the admin. The same admin to register for classes, you WhatsApp the admin. I'll just find the number just now. And you pay, you walk in a bank and you pay to the bank account, or you pay online, or you pay using PayPal. You have different methods. And show them a receipt and book coming your way. You know what? We might give away some jackets with them books. I'm trying to find the number here, boys. Anyone of them? Right. Boom, look at the number here. So you WhatsApp this number and organize yourself. Let me keep moving. So if I hold CTRL and click here, I just going to transport me straight to that. Look at that, futuristic. So in the analysis of data, definitely need to see my cumulative frequency curve coming out. So I'm going to create a cumulative frequency curve, but I'm not feeling to do that. So I'm going to find a program online that could do that. So let's bring up a program online. Let's try GeoBra. What's the next one, boy? GeoBra versus is Desmos. Now we hope Desmos could organize me. Desmos. Otherwise you just switch back to GeoBra. So we're going to try out something here, people. I'm going to draw cumulative frequency graph online. Let's try this one. And I mean, you could draw it up, and you could draw it up. It's very easy to draw. It's not very easy to draw, but you could draw it up. You could put your upper class boundary versus a cumulative frequency and organize yourself. But I want to show you how it have programs here that doing this out here for you. So classes of value and the frequencies. So what I want is the classes here and I want the frequencies there. Let me see if they give me something good with this. So if I put the classes, they will give me the upper class boundary themselves. I need to double check this because they could be doing some kind of stupidness here. What I'm looking for. This. And now we need the relevant frequencies. Fine. Have it. If you're not living in Trinidad, we could still organize it. We could still send it to you and graph it. That's what I do. So all you gotta tell me if I do it. Just give me a couple of minutes here. Let me just check out something. Couple seconds. Hang tight. Okay. What I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna do is use. Let me see how much people answer this. 121 responses. Wow. What I'm going to do is I will use which one to use by Desmos, and I'll just put in the points myself and connect with a graph. So let's get these points. So I'm gonna copy this and maybe put it in a spreadsheet. Student course. Let's put it in a spreadsheet row. And then I'll copy this one, the matching cumulative frequencies. I hope you're all keeping up with me. And putting it here. The reason I'm doing that is I want to select the whole thing and just put it in one of them online software to draw the graph. Let's try Desmos. Let's try this. So it drew the point for us. You see that? This is our cumulative frequency curve here. You know? Amazing. This is what we want right here. Can we get other niceties out of this? Maybe why isn't each other seeing this? I get 13 out of 20, but I have to make minor changes like add cover page and number my pages for a better grade. If you number your page, you just get one more grade. If you make the cover page is not part of the math, so your teacher, the cover page is not part of the math. You could put that in your presentation, but the cover page that's not part of your SBA really. You know, them teachers will be. What I'm trying to do is change them dots to X's. I wonder if this program could do that. Okay, let me try. So this is Desmos. Let me try Desmos versus GeoGebra graph. I'm just gonna put the points right here. They haven't taken the points. They're not taking the points, boy. All right, so we go work with this, and I know you could change these points to X's, but I can't remember how to do it right now because you really want to use X's. Or maybe this. Yes, I hold it down. X's. Fire. So X's and we can like maybe change how big the X's are to 1. Oh god, like the thickness 0.9 and 9. Let's change. Let's just play around 10. Yeah, that's looking good. And let's make the X's red. fire. Lines, nah. Oh, look, they're doing the curve for us. But our lines are best fit though. Let me try drag. Nah, we don't want to move no points here. Lines. Yeah, that's wrong, and that's why you can make you lose marks. Your math teacher supposed to take away marks if they pull out this. It's supposed to be a smooth curve, but we have things for that on Microsoft Word. So what I will do now is export this at, oh my gosh, what happened? What did I do? Right, we back normal, yeah? Right. Don't press the home button. What I'm gonna do is export this, sharing your graph, export image, medium square. Let's try the large square. Let's try the medium square. Let's try the large square. Medium, thick, thin. So you're gonna review anybody? Yeah. Hoping to review some SBA. I'm nearly done, huh? Medium. Let's go to medium. Let's go medium square. All right, let's go to the large square. That's looking way better. Thin, medium. Download. See here now. Show in folder. Oh good, I'm so glad that folder opened in the next screen. Oh gosh. Copy. And then just like that, we SBA getting wet here. Everything now, right? In peace. Alright. Okay. Bang! That is vibes. That is for 4 months. So this picture could give you trouble unless you put position, or you are giving a URL nuggets here behind text. So that way in the fight we know. I'm gonna show you something. I'll put behind text. I could just drag this back up here. You know, all your pictures will be fighting all your down. I could just, I could write it easier to get wrapped. Yeah, I could move it anywhere I want. Anybody know what I'm talking about when your picture fighting? Yeah. So this is the graph of the cumulative frequency curve. I need to give a little introduction and a little title and things. So maybe I should really put here on the next page. Insert page break. So the cumulative frequency curve is drawn by plotting the cumulative frequencies against the corresponding upper class boundaries. See the following page for the cumulative frequency curve. So it has some things to come back and touch back up, but we're going forward. Why did I write that twice? Here we have our cumulative frequency curve. We'll give him a name one time. Do we want to give him a border? That's not looking good. Leave that. Yeah, so we give him a name, references, insert caption. This is not a table. This is a... we could go with figure, but if we're not feeling to use figure, we could use graph. Graph 1, cumulative frequency curve. And we need to put in things, otherwise you'll begin to lose marks rapid. So we need to put in things like, I want to show you all what to do for this. Pay attention, people. Stay with me. So like, yeah, you need to put in, hey, there's something going on with this photo. I need no borders, picture border, no outline. Something going on with this photo. I click some weird thing and some stupid stuff. Fine, we can leave it like this. Graph, and yeah, so this is a text box, and the text box I would make the shape fill no fill, and I'll make the outline no outline. So I'm a text box here, so that way I can write in my little titles now. So what was this again? This is the price of laptop, right? In dollars, or I could put TTD. Dollars, right? And you could go and sit down right here humble. And then what I'm gonna do is watch this earlier. Even if you're not doing this, I'm giving you some nice tips here to speed up your process. Hold CTRL, click this and drag, and it multiplies. Ta-ta! Ta-da! So, and then you're going to switch this to what are we going to put here about cumulative frequency. So cumulative frequency is just a frequency value. I'm going to hold shift and turn this so it goes like 90 degrees like that. And then when I drag it, I can put him across there. No marks will be lost for lack of labeling. We live in this life out here. Now I said we needed to put a little cumulative frequency curve. The curve is called an ogive or O-G-I-V-E. Let me show you how I draw these curves in Microsoft Word, and it's come out real sweet there. So you click in one of these. Which one, my curve, freeform, scribble, curve. Let me try curve. So you just now we zoom in because we could only do this once. I need to stop and start over. I want to get it full screen now, so you're seeing it good. And do that. Right. So insert, shapes, curve, start here, touch the next one. Good things supposed to be happening, but they're not happening. So let me start over. Insert, shapes, curve. Right. So we have the curve. I'm gonna cancel that. Let me make sure this thing working good. Zoom up. When I zoom in up, I didn't want to draw the curve again. I get shy. Don't get shy, bro. You can do this. Get back the curve. Click here. Nice. Stop there. Right. Click here. Right. Click there. You understand what? You understand this piece of magic trick that I'm showing you here? Click there. Click there. Somebody must be like, damn. Click there. This is best fit for your money. For your, I didn't know little old Microsoft Word could do it so. Click here. Click here. And tap him off right there. Now when you're done, I think escape is the go. But just make sure you point in a nice direction before you click escape. Bang! So you have a cumulative frequency curve. This was a bad point that happened because of our readings, but I mean, that the readings, that we honest readings, you can find the readings. So that's your curve there, and we could switch up a little curve and make him look a little more, I don't know, nicer if you want to. If you want to, we can supply you. But yes, I'm really satisfied with this curve anyhow it is. So yeah, whatever color you're feeling, you can hit in there. We have our title. I find the graph titles, them looking a little small, but we could always fix that on my own right here, you know, make your thing big to suit, right? So we have an analysis of this. So what I'm doing here is let's update this, is a SBA for cumulative frequency curve. We have a title. I'll show you how we get the title. Show you how to organize the fonts, show you how to organize the table of contents. You have an introduction, you have a metadata collection. Some of these things need to come back and touch back up, add on a little more meat on the bones. We have a presentation of data coming to come. We could add in a little more. We have the analysis of data coming to come. We don't have much calculations in this analysis of data. There should be more. And it should be analyzing some data. So now that you have a cumulative frequency curve, which could be shown in the presentation of data as well. Like, so some of these cumulative frequency curve SBAs, I got to say labs, the students put it in the presentation of data, and that's okay. Teachers give them the 20 out of 20. Some, you put it in the analysis of data after you do a little calculation, so upper class boundary, and that's okay as well. So sometimes some of these last tables, last graphs, enter analysis of data, that's okay. But this looking like he should really go in the presentation of data. So let's take him and put him in the presentation of data, right? So now, insert page break, we have our analysis of data, and we could start analyzing the data. See the following page? No, I could put this here. See the cumulative frequency curve below, right? So analysis of data, what we could really get them here, boy. what we could give them here, I don't even need to click this. What we could give them here is the interquartile range. So we could find Q1, Q2, because remember that's one of our objectives. Q1, I'm going to press CTRL and shift and negative, CTRL and negative, CTRL shift and plus goes up. Press it again, CTRL shift and negative. I forget how to do the subscript. I have a shortcut for that. Subscript. CTRL plus equal. CTRL plus equal. CTRL and equal, and you're going on the subscript. So Q1 and Q2 and Q3. Q1, Q2, and Q3. I'm starting to do some boring things here for some people because this is cumulative frequency theory. This isn't really talking about the SBA here. So Q1, Q2, and Q3, this is the first quartile. We still in subscript, so I need to come out by pressing CTRL equal. This is the first quartile. So I wouldn't bore you all with this part. This is the second quartile and the third quartile. The second quartile is also called the median. This is the second quartile. This is the third quartile, also called the median. So the interquartile range really means the third quartile, Q3 minus Q1. So Q3 minus Q1. So I'll put this in equation mode. Oh, I just turned on the magnifier by accident. I'll put this in equation mode by pressing Alt and equal. Okay, so I'm going to take a little pause and I'm going to take a look at SBAs sent in the. So if you want me to check SBA, send it now to my email at which email boy admin@kerwinspringer.com. This email here, admin@kerwinspringer.com. I'll send it in the group. If anybody send me any SBAs here, send me SBAs. I'm not going to wait too long. I'm going to go back into my SBA. I start waiting on that. Excuse me. Y'all can feel free to send me a SBA at admin@kerwinspringer.com. So this is the plug. Just go on the Student Hub Instagram, click that link, get through in life. So the interquartile range is that from this graph, we can take this graph and do a little analysis and get the interquartile range. We could use this graph to get things. I'll show you. Let's say I click CTRL shift and S. Nah. CTRL shift and C. Nah. Trying to do Windows shift and S. Okay. And then I copy this graph. And I need it back in the analysis of data to crop off that little piece that is hiding up there. Why I need it back in the analysis of data is I want to get the quartiles now. And here's how we work out our quartiles. The Q3, this part is theory again, right? And I'll just work out one and I'm going to spend a lot of time on it. I'll just show you how to do the SBA, right? Q3 is equal, let's go CTRL up, is equal to 3/4. Let's do Q1 first. Q1 is equal to we're supposed to put on the subscript is equal to 1/3 or n and 4, n plus 1 and 4. N here, where n is the number of items or the frequency. I need to pause my mic. Anybody send the SBAs yet? Ooh, yeah, we seen SBAs. So before we continue, wow, it have people names on this SBA. I'm gonna see if I can put it in such a way Not to reveal each and them name. All right, you can start from here. Table of contents is a box thing. I'm not about that. You send me a PDF. I can't really make any changes. Project title, an investigation to evaluate whether cloth mask is more affordable than this. I love firstly, I love this title. It's relevant, real world. So you can use the automatic table of contents. Nobody inviting you down there. I like it. I like your font. But I don't like that I didn't justify. So use justify. One of the most important aspects of the COVID-19 pandemic is to wear masks. This is important. The SL major aim. Go to a new paragraph here. This is determine whether, as well as assist suppliers towards making a decision on deciphering production between. Oh, so you wanna do more? Yeah, but and don't use the word aim. Say objective. I like to say exactly what the syllabus want. The objective. Was this a comprehensive description? Up to grabs. Detailed page number and thing. Contents, yes, that was there. So good. Method of it, why you not using? Why is just a big block of words all the time? Let me see what we're going on here. Okay, not bad. No, not bad. So this data, the class of this set out the data is. My wife calling me earlier. Hold on a second. Yeah, boy. Sorry about that. I'd answer my wife. That could be problems if I ignore that call, boy. This data was collected from the phone. You need to be better than this. You need to talk about what data you collect. Any method of data collection, you need to, if there's a flaw you're going through, it must be clearly described, appropriate, and without flaws. So I could be that. What data? Now you're not gonna give. You don't need to show me a whole question. You're not. You can put on your references, but you need to state like we find out the cost of this and that and that. Right. So I would put that there. That I have mark loss. The information from this table is then used and right. So company C cloth mask, disposable mask. Okay. We price. This is a cloth mask from right. Okay. You do anything that lots of students do here that I'm not too fond of. You just put the table and you draw back the table graph just for graph sake, just for getting graph sake. Okay. Cloth mask. Okay. What? No. That too scanty. That is it. This isn't really. It's really deep. You just walk through a little shallow water here. This is what this is this. You just use math. All right, you use a pie chart and a bar graph that automatic. What we trying to do again? Which one is more affordable? So I was thinking, let me tell you what I was thinking, that you would find out the cost of a cloth mask for the customer or for the company. Well, that one, you need to state that here. Which evaluate whether cloth mask is more affordable. I think into the customer, but it look like you're doing company talk there. It's more affordable to the customer than it does. So anyhow, let me tell you what I was thinking. And I'm sure everybody else was thinking this too, that you're going to find out the cost of a cloth mask and then find out the cost of maybe disposable mask and how much you use and how frequently you use it. And you would realize like after a month having disposable mask over a cloth mask and how long a cloth mask lasts for. Let me say the cloth mask, you should change it after every month or after every whatever. You'd be able to determine which one save more and which one you should really think, and you get is obviously you get a cost cloth mask. Something like that I think you was going for, but you just get the different prices and then you just do a straight up comparison. I mean the SBA done here. The SBA done with these two tables really. After that, you just you manufacture in graphs kind of way. You explain correct everything. You look like you explain in depth. Yeah, so this is a full analysis of the data you had. This is the presentation of data. Like, okay, data is accurate and well organized. You see this appropriately used. I might just get like. I might just get one out for this, so you can lose 1 mark in this. It is well organized. And I might be stingy with this 1 mark in the mathematical concepts because they just really drop man. So it may lose 2 marks in the presentation of data, 1 or 2 marks in the presentation of data. Although it's really where it's neat, I find it's neat whoever this person is, this random person. The analysis, I would give you a full marks because it's detailed. It's detailed and coherent. I didn't even read it clearly, but I see like you're talking about each thing and you're talking colors and you're referencing and thing. This is exactly what you're supposed to do in the analysis of data and discussion. This is like a conclusion, you hit me here. The discussion should talk about what you found. Statements of findings. So what you find here, but you didn't have much to talk about because it's real scanty, to be honest. So what you found in each thing, you can just talk about it, and you can, in the discussion, you can kind of hint on what you feeling. Although the cloth mask more expensive, you're getting repeated uses, and so something like that is where you could start to discuss. You get a little more free when the analysis is just strictly mathematical. You see in this, you get this straight up maths, right? But the discussion, you have some leeway there. Conclusion, it was determined you suppose maths was the most affordable option from Patsy. So yeah, so if I was to mark this SBA, the only reason this SBA losing marks is because it's not hard. It's a very, very easy SBA. So it's like difficulty in gymnastics. The difficulty is really low. If I mark this SBA really hard, maybe 17 or 16, and I wouldn't put it past a teacher giving this 20. To be honest, I wouldn't put past a teacher giving it 20. Let me check our next SBA. What? People sending things, boy. All right, table of contents. No. This should be on a separate page. Like thing look good now, bruh. So it look like that one enter fix up everything. You're using Google. Everybody using this Google Docs. Fine. Introduction is hefty. To identify the most affordable institution to obtain a loan to purchase a loan SBA. We ship this. Okay. This project members group loan my arrow. Principal is the amount borrowed and need. You see all of this partner. The mortgage on the other hand is another type of loan. Mortgage and repay money borrowed. Oh, the difference between meet. Okay, it was relevant. When we also learn, yo, let me tell you how much marks you're gonna get with that in introduction. 2. You're gonna get 2 out of the 4 marks. Well, you might get the 1. Well, the table of contents wasn't too hot anyhow, so you might just get 2 marks with that introduction, or 1, because you need an objective, bro. What we plan on doing? What's the aim that needs to be inside here? All that, and you write the objective. Nah, man, better than that. Bank 1 for the first, a group member visited the banks, right thing. So you use observation and interview. Okay. The institution is very responsive to get. Okay. Monthly salary, property costs. This is looking good. The presentation of data looking good. Calculation of the loans is a little tough to read. Calculations of the loan to buy the aggregate salary. Yeah, it's a little hard on the eyes to follow. Fine, you're gonna get a teacher work to do. You'll be like, damn, I don't really want to check these numbers. Amount monthly installment times the loan period. 5 years, 5, 12, right? Interest. So you just went, what is this? This is your analysis. All of this in your presentation of data. Okay. Let's see where you're putting your analysis then. So you have a histogram of down payments. No, this is not a histogram. A histogram don't work so. This is a bar graph. You're trying to be fancy. Put bar graph and fix it into a bar graph. Histogram is only work for continuous data. You can't have discrete data, meaning option 1, option 2, option 3, option 4, and call that a histogram. You're losing marks for that. So this is what you're needed. You were just trying to use a different graph for each one, I understand, but this is not a histogram cannot be used in this purpose. Points code, monthly installments, column chart. Oh, I feel like a fancy histogram graph, column chart. Wow, different things. Okay, option 1. So you're kind of doing a discussion here, and why this thing changing font so much times? 12, 13, 14. You playing a game here, or how this thing going up and down? So option. This is the weirdest thing. Why it is doing that? Yeah. So problems here. Some problems is the analysis of data. Not really analyzing the data too much. You kind of eat away your analysis of data in some of these calculations here. The analysis of data, what I would do is analyze the difference between the loan payments in different ones. So like this is that. Okay. Their down payment, their interest, I would group it up. Each one kind of sit in something different. You should find out each one how much they're going to pay total and find which one is the better one. So that's already in the discussion then. No. So you should do that in your analysis. Your discussion looking alright. Ish. Yeah, discussion looking alright-ish, but you're kind of analyzing. People is real mix up what really going on in the analysis and in the discussion. In the analysis, you're analyzing the stuff from your presentation of data. In the discussion of findings, you're discussing the stuff you just found out in your analysis of data. So you have, so this SBA is called lower than the last SBA. This SBA are like right now 15. That's a ballpark figure. Let me check our next SBA. 15, 14, maybe less. Who next? I don't know what to say. About this. You cannot put a title and write juice box geometry. What's that? Just to do this title because it's simple and easy to understand. I'm thinking of it. I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh, I'm taking this introduction. Quality. I don't like it. I'm being sarcastic. But it's kicks. I chose to do this title because it's simple and easy to understand. Yes. I hope to gain a better understanding of major you do. Alright. Okay. The thing is, what were we this is where I said, nah, I do better than that. You have to send me something solid. So what I'm gonna do is bring up the SBA Bank, boy. Let me see if I can bring up the SBA Bank. When this was. This is one version of the SBA Bank here. So I'm going to see the SBA Bank, boy. And I'm going to go to the SBA with juice boxes. I actually have a juice box SBA here. Wait, boy. Investigate. So I study. Now, these SBAs, we put some time into it. So you're looking at a little more polish, right? I study into determining if drink companies give as much drink as advertised. You must get 1 mark there. You talk specific. Nice. Table of contents. Now we have high numbers because we're just using numbers in the book. Now what's your introduction? So drink companies, and notice how easy it is to read. And notice that your teacher could immediately see the purpose. They could immediately see a little backdrop and then an explanation of what it is about. We can verify how much by getting the volume and and analyze. Hey, this should be justified. This is an earlier version of the SBA Bank, and that's justified. And then we go into the method of data collection. You have your method of data collection, how you collect it. You're doing some kind of point out into the cylinders measuring thing. Then you have your presentation of data. table labeled volume calculations. Then you have a nice comparative bar graph between the volume of the container and the volume of the beverage. You see how it making sense now? So it's like it's telling a story. It's not just I just flashing at some kind of thing here. Then the analysis of data, actually analyzing the findings that you got. The relevant findings, it's analyzing it. Okay? So it went through the volume of the each, and then go through the percentage, and you do a little calculation. And then you discuss. You start to talk about whether it was true. None of the beverages had false advertising. You're talking now. You don't need to bring in all the maths and thing again. You're discussing what you found out. And then all these SBAs, you start to see a pattern. You conclude. Why isn't it chat if you all understand what I'm saying there? And you understand where some of these SBAs are lacking? I actually going to finish all this SBA sometime that we are doing live here. Maybe in the next recording. This SBA, another hour and a half, and I could very likely finish him up. Already did my introduction. I did the hard stuff, presentation of data, I already do the cumulative frequency, and I'm about to find the quartiles. To find the quartiles, I get the n plus 1, and the n is 150. So it's 151 divided by 4. 151 divided by 4 is how much? 12.5 and 25, 37.75 and the next 0.25, 37.75. So what you're gonna do, I just doing a little quick thing here just to show you where this would go. We wrapping up people, you all can ask questions. Is insert a line like around 37.5 and you insert the proper distance 37.5, and then you bring it down here. Vertically down. That value, read that value off. That value is like about 3,000 and something. You get the exact value. You have your scales and everything done properly. So that's your Q1. Then you do the same thing with your Q2. With your Q3, sorry. Q3 is 3. Q3 would look like this. You put a 3 there. 3/4. This is just theory. 3/4 of n plus 1 divided by 4. So because you have a nice mathematical theory that you're putting into play here, the teacher wouldn't feel shame to give you the marks 20 out of 20 because you're actually doing a substantial piece of work with IQR and thing, at least where CSEC Maths is concerned. So with the IQR, you would get Q3 coming here, Q3 coming there, you get the values, you subtract, and you get the interquartile range. And what your teacher will do is swing back up to your introduction, and that was one of your objectives. Determining median value is another objective. And you get the median value by getting halfway through. So halfway through of 150 is like 75. It'll just be a little more than 75 is normally n plus 1 divided by 2. And you swing past 75, when you come straight down, you get that median value. So you get all your values, you write it down in your analysis of data. And in the discussion of findings, when we have, let's say we got the median to be 5,000, okay? You would begin to talk about how the data seems to be skewed this way to the left because most of the data is bunching up on the lower end, which means that only a few students have really expensive laptops, but the majority of students, which is the IQR, 50% of the students are between this and that value. And that kind of thing is where you discuss in this type of SBA. So hopefully I'll swing back maybe tomorrow. Nah, not tomorrow. I'll let you know. Maybe Friday. I will let you all know for sure, but we'll swing back and we'll conclude this and I'll look at some more SBAs. Just before I go, let me see if anybody send any more SBAs. We look at some more SBAs. Then. All right, no more SBAs. So we'll conclude this. At a later date, and I'll swing back and we'll check out some more SBAs. People just remind to go and press the like and then come back in the chat. Yes, you can close off, press like. More people who want to see this. A simple way of how far you can get in an SBA in 1 hour, 1.5 hour. Or who's taking forever to write up your SBA. Love and blessings. Till we meet again. Yeah, boy Larry, boy. Oh yeah, those who need to apply to the course or the class or want to buy the book, here you go. Give them that number. It's on the screen. Bless them.